Hello, everybody. My name is Adina,
And I'm Andrea.
and we are both from EMA. We are two corporate professionals who put together a company. In our mission is to help everybody in the organization to feel more balanced, empowered, and not to go through a burnout like we went. One of the questions we received from the weekly Q&A that we're organizing to talk about how is life in work, emotions at work, different tools and tips that we're giving. So one of the questions that we receive it's about the work-life balance. So we wanted to give our personalized answers to that. For me, after I worked more than 20 years in different organizations across Europe, um, it was a tough path to learn that you need to have a balance in your life, and you need to have an approach to work that it's healthy for you. And I think it depends on each person. What does it mean, work-life balance? So in order to answer correctly to that, I think it's important for everybody to understand what does it mean to be okay in work. Because sometimes after so many years of being in stressful jobs, in stressful position with a lot of challenges, you start to consider that stress is part of the norm. And when you go for a period of time like that, it can go to a burnout, like it was my case and the same with Andrea. So individually, I had to define for my own the hard way. What does it mean? I heard about a lot of tips and tools, and everybody can give you their opinion. But I think it's important to know yourself and to know your limits. And for that, one of the concepts that we developed is to know clearly your baseline. What does it mean to be comfortable when you go at work? To go at work and to have a good day, to do the tasks that you have to do. If you manage people, to have a certain approach with them and consistent across time. To be dependable, to be trustworthy, and at the end of the day to feel like you're okay. You didn't give your all and there's nothing left for work outside. So as I was saying, I had to learn the hard way that I need to know very clear where is my baseline, where is my comfort zone, and how do I get back to that. I use meditation, I use self-awareness. I'm very aware what's happening. When am I going out of this balance? When is it too much for me? I learned to say no in a polite way, and to say no to even to overtime when I was thinking is too much. And I learned to have a communication with my body to understand the signals that I receive from my body, to listen to that and to act accordingly. If I don't listen, um, it's not very good. So we advise everybody to start to a self-awareness, small self-awareness process, which it can start very easily, journaling or just noticing what's happening when it's becoming too much. What does it mean for you to have a work-life balance? Does it mean that when the job is finishing, you go home? Do you have a way of finishing the workday and moving into your personal way? Is there a signal? Is there something that is happening to you? Do you know your limits? Do you know when to say no? Can you say no, or do you say yes, although you want to say no? How does it feel when you do that? Is it okay? Is it comfortable for yourself? Um, are you aware of different conflicts that you get into pointless? Are you aware of the pressure that is coming from outside and you start taking it on your own? Are you aware what contract you signed with the company? Do you feel you're married with the company? Do you feel you're part of this big family? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that there is a line that when you start to identify, you forget where you are in relation with everything. And do you use self-compassion, self-respect? Do you look at you and you say, okay, I will stop here because it's more important for me to be okay? Are you looking at yourself? Do you take breaks during work? Or if you work from home, you work continuously? How are you making sure you have different, I would say, habits, behaviors, actions to ensure you're always back to baseline? Because if you continue day after day stressing yourself and considering, oh, everybody's stressed, you cannot have a job nicely paid that is not stressful, that's not true. It depends how you want to feel, depends how you want to position yourself. So this is in big lines what I would like to answer to this question. I'll let Andrea share her opinion on this.
I'm going to be very short because work-life balance is a big issue. It's a big box where a lot of things can fit. And Adina is right. You need first to define what balance means for you. I used to be a workaholic. So I enjoy working. I have high energy. It comes easily. I am curious. I like to know more. I like to dig into things. So I don't like to get bored. I'm a perfectionist. So you have all the conditions there. So there is no work-life balance basically because my life used to be my work and vice versa. My work used to be my life until I got sick. And that was a big wake-up call. And for me, the biggest thing about maintaining the work-life balance is creating practices, routines that help me throughout the day and that divide my day into chunks. So I have work from 9 to 5, and at 5 is done, and that's done and over with. And that's a very clear boundary. It's a no overtime for me, and I commit to that and I stick to that. Rarely, as an exception, I do more. Breaks. I set myself breaks during that time. So the big chunk, 9 to 5. Where do I have my breaks? I have 1 hour lunch break, non-negotiable. It's 1 hour. And I relax in that hour. No more, no less. That's my time. I do whatever I want with it. So it's routines, practices, getting up, doing a short meditation in the morning, valuing everything, setting the time, keeping that time, being on time for everything. I don't say I do something for an hour and then I do 2 hours of it just because. I say I do an hour and I stick to it. That's a beginning. And the conversation is a lot bigger. And always when falling off the wagon, because it's normal, we do, being kind to yourself and having different instruments, different tools in your kit list to help you get back to it, to help you motivate to get back into it. Because it's very easily to get swept away into pressure, into enjoyment sometimes. And we forget. That is normal. And what we do in the forget, we say, bad girl, bad girl. And we criticize ourselves and our nervous system gets even more stressed. So practicing kindness, which is a practice in itself. And at the end of the day, for people who are used to do a lot and have a lot to do and think they're never done, count your successes. So you have the to-do list and then do a list with all the things you've done and then pat yourself on the back because you've done a lot. And these are just a few steps. We invite you to come to our free chat every Wednesday, Date Your Job, about different aspects in work to find out more. Work-life balance is a big discussion and we all welcome every contribution. That's it for us. Next question, next video. See you. Bye.
See you.